What's up, YouTube? It's your boy back at ya with another video. How's everybody doing out there? As you can hear it in my voice, I'm not really feeling all that well. Boo. Yep. Your boy's got the COVID. But they say it's like the new cold now, so it kind of is what it is. But this video is not about COVID. As I'm under the weather, I'm saying, well, you know what? What am I going to do? Well, you know what? I made a solemn promise to my dad before he passed away that I would take all of the videotapes, all the old VHS tapes that we had, the high eights, the super eight, not the super eight, but these little camcorder tapes, and digitally record them and upload them so I could put them on a thumb drive, and I could give these thumb drives to my family members for Christmas. So it's ironic and it's very, very weird that like I could take these tapes and I'm digitally transferring them, and then throwing those tapes away. It's really strange and very, very frightening and very foreign that you're actually taking the memories that you have, and you're like, what am I holding on to the videotapes for if I'm transferring over to the VHS tapes? I wanted to get here and make a video about the program that I'm using, the equipment that I'm using, and the wires that I had to go through trials and tribulations of certain wires getting into this. But I'd really like, for you to kind of, this video is more about me showing you what you need, so you don't fall into the same trap that I did and couldn't understand as to why when you're transferring the sound was only coming out of one side. Crazy stuff. But we're going to get into this. This video is going to I'm going to show you how to kind of digitally download this stuff with the program, with the equipment, and getting the wires. And I will be putting a description and a link in the description below, so this way everybody can go straight to Amazon and be like, Glenn, I got the same problem. Thank you so much. I need those wires. Yes, you do. These are the wires. And I'm going to show you exactly what you need. So come along with me, shall you? So like I said, guys, if you're like me that has all of these old VHS tapes, your boy's got... my father had so many of these high eight, I think they call it high 8mm. This was before CD, I guess, right? And then you had the bigger tapes of those high eights, and then of course you have the regular VHS. Really, really, really cool. If you guys remember, do you guys remember these video cassettes? You would actually put those inside that, so you can thread it, and you need you could put it in your VHS. So what you are going to need for this operation is just this. You need a VCR. You can't do this without a VCR, so you need a VCR. I'm going to tell you exactly this is what you need because you can't get it done without it. The next wire coming out of the VHS, you should have 3 wires that look like this that come out of the VHS machine. You have the left audio, the right audio, and the yellow video of composite. That is exactly what you need for these, and I'm going to show you what they plug into. So ladies and gentlemen, I give you the magic, how all this works. This is a company called Elgato Video Capture, and this is the this is the device that I use. There's a lot of other devices that are very, very similar to this, but this had a very, very, very good rating, and people say it's very, very easy to use, and I couldn't agree with you anymore on that. The software, you will need a computer, just like this. You will need a computer, and you will need to download the software for this. Once you download the software, it's pretty self-explanatory, and I'll get to how to digitally transfer it, but I wanted to tell you how to hook all this stuff up, right? So here are the wires that come out of it, just like this. As you can see, you have the yellow wire right there, right here, and that will go into the for the video. This is an S-video. S-video was, I guess, really before the HDMIs. This was your HDMI cord back in the day. Of course, your white is your left, and of course, your left audio, and your red is your right audio. So what does this, Glenn, what does this plug into? Well, I'm glad you asked. This actually plugs right into, if you can follow, forget my mess here for a minute, but you see right underneath there, that plug right there, that's actually being plugged into the USB port. All you have to do is just plug this into the back of your computer, and boom, you're instantly hooked. So let's go ahead and hook up some wires, shall we? Before we hook those wires up, I wanted to let you know that we're going to be transferring one of these old videotapes from here. We're going to use this as our VCR, okay? And I'm going to show you what input that you're going to need in. So this is an old Sony Handycam. I'll put a link in the description below of what Handycam this was. I'm sure you guys had something very, very similar to it, but they all pretty much have the same exact thing. See that? There's that S-video output, there's an AV out, and then there's an RFU DC out. We want the one that says AV out. And I'm going to show you the wire that it came with the camera. Come over here. This is what came with the camcorder. So this wire here plugs right into the AV out. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, and it's gonna be very, very, very hard to do, but just bear with me while I do that. I'm just gonna plug it in. Just gonna make a good connection, guys. Plug it right in there. Okay, so right where it says AV out, that's exactly what you need. But I'm gonna unplug this here for a minute, and I'm gonna show you the problem that I was having. See that right there? There's two rings on that pole right there, on that jack. Well, back in the day, these cameras used to record things in mono. But we want to record, I'm going to plug it right back in. We're going to want to record everything in stereo. And I couldn't understand as to why. I'm looking at this end of it, end of this wire. You only had, excuse my finger there, you only had this and this. You only had two wires. And I couldn't understand why there was only two wires. Oops, so sorry. So again, guys, these are the wires. Sorry about that. My camera just kind of cut off on me. But this yellow wire obviously goes into the yellow wire that feeds into the video capture, right? But what about this black wire? I don't have a black color wire. I only have, I only have 4 wires. I only have a white, a yellow, a red, and an S-video. Well, we already canceled out the S-video because we're not using the S-video. So let's plug in the yellow wire. Okay, yellow wire is plugged in. But what about this one? This is because yellow is video. So I'm only imagining that this is audio. Now, if I just plug it into the white, I'm only going to get sound out of one side. If I plug it into the right, which is the red, my sound is only going to come through the right. And this is where your boy suddenly said, I don't know what wire I need. A couple forums later, lo and behold, I found it, and it works. Lo and behold, the wire that will solve all of your mysteries. This is a wire that you will need. It's a female wire like this that comes out of it goes to a right and a left side. That is genius. That's exactly what you need, right? Because now, I couldn't understand why, or I couldn't understand where the black wire would go. Well, the black wire, like I said, the black wire is going to go right into there. So you hook that black wire from your camcorder into this adapter. Now you have your red and your white. We come over to the video wire and look at that. The white is going to go into there and the red is going to go into there. Let's do it. So guys, that's exactly what it looks like, right? Your yellow is going into the camcorder itself. The white wire and the red wire is coming into that adapter, which I just showed you right there. All feeds into one wire, and that is your AV out. So now that our hookup is correct and complete, let's go to the software and show you how to get this digitally transferred. So here's your camcorder, guys, right? We need to get this camcorder open, right? And in order to do it, there's usually like a little slide button right there to open it. So let's open it. And here it is. It's coming out. And that's it. And we are going to feed that little tape right into there. So for this purpose, we're going to be transferring my Christmas family little tape into the machine. And what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to press on that metal bar, and we're going to need to press it down. It's very, very, very hard to do. I'm going to try to do it. Just bear with me while here we go, perfect. We're just going to press down like that. We're going to do it again. Let's try it again. Let's try it like that. Okay, and you're going to watch it feed in, and then you're just going to close the door like so. Perfect. My advice is right before you start playing, this actually acts as a little VCR, if you will, right? So it's just a very, very smaller version of the big thing. But before you get started, you always want to rewind your tape all the way to the beginning. Okay, now we're ready to cook with gas, and we have already downloaded the program into the computer, and it is called Elgato Video, and you will see that little desktop icon shortcut. That's exactly what you need to click. So let's click on that. So voila, it pops up a window, and as you can see, you have a couple of steps right here, okay? It's very, very, very easy. It'll say record video from VCR, DVR, set-top box, camcorder, or any other analog video source to watch and share on your PC. Play your captured video in Windows Media Player and add it to iTunes and sync it to an iPod, iPhone, Apple TV, and you can also upload the video directly into a YouTube or edit right away, which is kind of really, really cool. I really, really like this. As you can see, it's self-explanatory. It automatically records at its longest at 240 minutes, and that's exactly about 4.2 gigs of hard space is required for 240 minutes. Chances are you're not going to have anything that's 240 minutes. Longest I've seen is 2-hour tapes, if that. But it'll ask you to get started, and then once we get started, it's going to then want to connect the video, then connect the audio, then record, and then we can trim, and then we can finish it up. So let's go ahead and change this. And instead of My Great Movie, we're just going to call this Christmas Family. I don't have a year yet, so it's okay. We don't have to, we can always edit that title, all right? We can always edit that title. But once we go ahead and do that, we're going to go ahead and hit continue. And as you can see, we have no signal. And I wonder why. Why don't we have a signal? Because it's asking us to composite RCA or S video. Well, we know we don't want S video. We want composite. But what is that hum? Let's find out why. So guys, I can't stress enough that that jack has to be snugly firmed in there. Snugly? Sure, why not? That's a word. Words are hard. Snugly firmed actually in that jack. So make sure that is secured in there. And as you can see, no hum. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. We want to switch because we're saying connect the video. The system already knows on the next step what we're doing. So we're connecting the video. We can either choose S video or composite RCA with that yellow wire. And that's exactly what that's switched to, because that's what we want. We can either go here. We don't want that. We want composite RCA. That's exactly what we want. It actually asks you if you wanted to do a 4:3 or a 16:9. For video purposes, 4:3 is really what you want to set it to. You can switch it to 16:9, but guess what happens to the screen? It just widens everything, and then you've got more black there and more black there. It's not really conducive, right? So when you see your video, click continue. So before we do that, we want to come back to our good old trusty camcorder right here. Go to your play button. Here it comes, play button, and you're going to watch it just like that, right on video. How about that? And again, I'm just going to turn the sound off, or I'm just going to turn the sound down. So this way we kind of know what this is. And by looking at this video, I can honestly tell you this is definitely not a Christmas tape. This was probably one of my father's drum corps as he's really struggling with this video camera. I think he's probably loading in a tape and he doesn't realize that it's probably recording and there was already a tape in there. That's my advice. But you can actually fast forward, as we can do here. As you can see, we can fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward until we physically, until my father suddenly realizes, oh, I made a bonehead mistake and I already had something in the camera. So as he's doing that, he'll eventually figure this out. As he's doing that, as he gets his hand in there, as he's now fiddling with it, and yada yada yada. He's still fiddling with it. Anyway, guys, eventually he'll flip the camera around, right? And that's fine. What we can do now is we want to make sure that that looks good. We've got everything here. The picture quality looks fine. That's exactly what I want. I want to hit continue. And as you can see, by using that cable, I'm getting sound out of the right and I'm getting sound out of the left. Excuse me. See how it says connect video or connect audio? That's exactly what it... Oh, look, my father figured out his camera. Smart guy. Anyway, as we can see this work and go, yes, we've got audio coming out of the right and left. We want to hit continue. So now it gives me an option now to record it, and we can hit start recording. Well, that's the beautiful thing about trimming this video and editing it. We can actually start recording it when he stops shaking around, and we can hit start recording. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So as you can see, the video is being recorded, right? And it's Christmas with my family many years ago. And once the video is done, I'm going to hit stop recording. It's going to ask you then to trim it. You can edit it the way you want it to, and it's very simple. But if you sit here in front of the TV, or I'm sorry, in front of the videotape like I am, we could just hit stop recording, and then you hit finish up, and boom, it automatically downloads to your computer, and you can save it on just about anything that you want. In my case, I use a little thumb drive. Well, this is not just any old thumb drive. This thumb drive is exactly 1 terabyte in space. That means you can fit a lot of memory and a lot of videos on this one stick here. I got this from Amazon. The cost was $99. I definitely recommend buying one of these. I guarantee with a lot of your videos, I only think you just need one of these, and you can store all your VHS tapes onto this, depending on how long or how many hours they are. But yeah, that's exactly what you guys need. I recommend it. Go get yourself started on this stuff. So with that, the video has come to a conclusion as Roosevelt Hills Cemetery gets transitioned into Christmas. We are getting there. Mrs. Kestner there's Edgar. Edgar always stays out. We are getting there. This is our cool room. You know, this is where we, still keep a little bit of the elements of Halloween into it, and of course, I did want to just get in here real quick, and I'll get another video of that, but I did the Scrooge Christmas Carol theme on this table. Mrs. Kestner allowed me to get it off of that shelf so she can access her shelving and keep everything Christmassy here, and I'm just thrilled. So we'll do another video. We'll get Christmassy and stuff like that. I do like Christmas. Our Bright Lights is coming to town, and I believe voting starts this weekend. And I don't even have the Christmas Carol scene set up outside yet. So your boy's got to get cracking on that. Luckily, it doesn't need a whole lot other than I got my radio transmission where I film, where you can actually pull up to your car. You can put on 87.9 and you can watch the Christmas Carol movie playing in my daughter's bedroom that I have rear projecting on the outside. It's kind of cool. So it kind of fits and ties into the why we're the Christmas Carol house, and we do the three ghosts, and we keep things creepy around here. You know what I'm saying? So Roosevelt Hills, keep it real. You all know what to do. Say it once, say it twice. Say it 3 times, always. Creep it real, peeps. Hope that video helps you. And if you're thinking of doing something like this, what a great Christmas present you can do for your family by doing this. I recommend it. It's time consuming. It's not a quick thing where this is going to cost, where, oh yeah, I'm going to do it in one weekend. No. This I started with all the videotapes that we've had. We probably had about 150 VHS tapes, and we probably have about 50 of those high Super 8 tapes that I have to go through. So I'm nowhere near, I'm almost done. I'm about 75% done. So coming down to the wire. So I'm really just churning them out right now. But I highly recommend it. Again, link in the description below where you can get yours and where you can get the wires and all that stuff that I just mentioned on the video. I know this was long-winded, but guys, I just wanted to get on here. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus. Festivus. For the rest of us, yeah, it's a Festivus poll. Sorry, I had to do it. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Hope all is well. See ya.